If August creates destruction in your chart, stop protecting the old system, that old workflow, that old offer, that old staff arrangement, that old sales script, that old onboarding process, that old way of making decisions, that old business model that used to work but now needs more effort, more explanation, more discounts, more chasing, and more founder energy just to produce the same result. That is not wisdom. That is decay with sentimental branding. Most people hear destruction in Badza and immediately panic. They think something terrible must happen. They think they must hide. They think they should avoid movement, avoid decisions, avoid restructuring, avoid launches, avoid hiring, avoid cutting, and basically sit there like a spiritually anxious statue. That is not strategy. That is fear wearing metaphysics. Destruction is not automatically disaster. Destruction can mean remodeling, restructuring, breaking old habits, repositioning, reshuffling roles, changing internal arrangements, removing outdated methods, destroying an old form so a more useful structure can exist. In business, that matters. Because many founders are not actually being attacked by the market. They are being exposed by their own outdated systems. The market changed. The customer changed. The platform changed. The team changed. The founder's role changed. The cost structure changed. The offer lifecycle changed. But the founder is still protecting the old way because it once worked. This is where August becomes painful. If Snake is important in your chart and Monkey Month creates destruction, the month may not be asking you to panic. It may be asking you to remodel before the market remodels you. Because the market is not gentle when it remodels your business. The market remodels through client loss, cash flow pressure, staff frustration, lower conversion, higher refund risk, operational chaos, competitor pressure, offer fatigue, founder burnout. And the very expensive sentence, should have fixed this earlier. That sentence is not strategy. That sentence is regret with a receipt. Now let's talk about what snake destruction can look like for founders. It may show up first in systems. Not dramatic, not cinematic, just irritating. The same mistake keeps repeating. The same client question keeps coming back. The same delivery delay keeps happening. The same staff confusion keeps appearing. The same approval bottleneck keeps slowing everything down. The same onboarding issue keeps wasting time. The same sales objection keeps killing deals. The same founder intervention keeps being required. And instead of seeing the pattern, the founder says, "This month is very busy." No, busy is not the same as productive. Sometimes busy means the system is broken and everyone is running around decorating the damage. If the same problem repeats, it is no longer a problem. It is a system. And if you do not destroy that system will keep destroying your time. August snake destruction may expose that, not to punish you, to force the rebuild. The first area to inspect is your sales process. Some founders are still selling with scripts, messages, and offers designed for an older market. The old hook used to work. The old webinar used to convert. The old referral method used to bring clients. The old discovery call used to close. The old pricing used to feel acceptable. The old content angle used to get attention. But now, people delay. People ask more questions. People compare. People object harder. People say they are interested and disappear. People want proof. People want urgency. People want sharper positioning. People want to know why now. And the founder keeps blaming the market. Maybe the market is not the problem. Maybe your sales system is old. A tired sales script creates tired buyers. A vague offer creates vague commitment. A weak CTA creates weak action. A founder who cannot explain the cost of delay should not be shocked when buyers delay. If August activates destruction, rebuild the sales script. Do not polish the old one. Rebuild it. What pain are you naming? What consequence are you showing? What proof are you giving? What objection are you handling? What decision are you forcing? What action are you asking for? Where does YouTube lead? Where does Telegram lead? Where does consultation enter? If your content gets attention but does not move people toward Telegram or consultation, the system is incomplete. That is not a marketing issue. That is a conversion architecture issue. And August Metal will expose messy conversion. The second area to inspect is your offer structure. Some founders are protecting dead offers because those offers once made money. That is dangerous. An offer can have history and still be dead. An offer can have testimonials and still be tired. An offer can have past revenue and still be wrong for the current market. An offer can be emotionally meaningful and commercially finished. This is where founders become sentimental. They say, but this offer built the business. Good. Respect it. Then check whether it still deserves to stay. Do not let yesterday's winner become today's margin leak. If the offer needs too much explanation, it may be unclear. If it attracts low-quality clients, it may be positioned wrongly. If it creates delivery chaos, it may be structured badly. If it requires too many customizations, it may need packaging. If it sells but drains the team, it may be underpriced. If it no longer creates urgency, it may need repositioning. If nobody cares unless you discount, the market may already be telling you the truth. Snake destruction may ask you to remove dead products, simplify packages, redesign the client journey, change the promise, adjust pricing, or build a new offer ladder. Not because the old offer was bad, because the old offer may be finished. Founders who cannot retire old offers become museums. Very respectable, very quiet, very low revenue. The third area to inspect is staff responsibilities. Destruction can show where roles need reshuffling. A staff member may not be bad. They may be in an outdated role. A person hired for an early stage business may not fit the next stage. An assistant may not be able to become an operator. A loyal generalist may not be able to manage specialized work. A creative person may not survive compliance-heavy responsibilities. A strong executor may be wasted in coordination meetings. A salesperson may be selling promises the delivery team cannot fulfill. A manager may have authority without accountability. Founder may still be approving everything because nobody knows who owns what. This is how businesses become slow. Not because everyone is lazy, because the role map is outdated. If August brings snake destruction, look at the team chart. Who owns sales? Who owns delivery? Who owns client success? Who owns finance follow-up? Who owns content conversion? Who owns Telegram engagement? Who owns consultation booking? Who owns operations? Who owns quality control? Who owns the final decision? If the answer is everyone, the real answer is nobody. And nobody is very expensive. Destruction may force you to reshuffle roles, reassign, redefine, remove, promote, demote, split responsibilities, merge responsibilities, kill useless meetings, create decision rights, clarify consequences. Because if the team structure stays vague, the business will keep paying for confusion. The fourth area to inspect is client onboarding. This is where many service businesses leak trust. They close the sale, then the experience becomes messy. The client does not know what happens next. The team does not know what was promised. The founder has to explain manually. Documents are scattered. Payment status is unclear. Scope is not reinforced. Timeline is vague. Expectations are assumed. The client starts asking questions that should have been answered automatically. Then the founder says, "This client is difficult. Maybe, or maybe your onboarding is weak." A strong onboarding process reduces anxiety. It clarifies boundaries. It confirms scope. It reinforces value. It protects delivery. It prevents unnecessary questions. It trains the client how to behave. Yes, clients need training. If you do not train them, they will train you, usually badly. Snake destruction can expose onboarding weakness because outdated client journeys create hidden operational costs. You think the project is profitable, but you forgot the extra calls, the repeated explanations, the late-night clarifications, the team confusion, the revision loops, the emotional labor, the founder intervention. If you priced only for delivery but not for chaos, your margin is lying to you. August is the month to rebuild onboarding. Templates, welcome message, payment confirmation, scope reminder, timeline, deliverables, boundaries, communication channel, next steps, AQ, client responsibilities, escalation rule. This is not boring admin. This is profit protection. The fifth area to inspect is founder decision making. Some businesses are not slow because the team is slow. They are slow because every decision still passes through the founder. The founder wants scale but refuses to release control. The founder says, "My team cannot decide." But the founder trained them that. The founder says, "Why does everyone ask me?" Worshipped. Very powerful, very exhausting, and very stupid if you want growth. Snake destruction may attack the founder bottleneck, not the business, the founder. The old version of you may be the system that needs to be destroyed. The version that approves everything. The version that rescues every mistake. The version that changes direction every 3 days. The version that avoids confrontation. the version that keeps weak people because they are nice, the version that wants better results without clearer standards, the version that says, I am busy, instead of admitting, I am the bottleneck. That version may not survive the next stage. Good, let it die. Because some founders do not need a new strategy, they need a new operating identity. Less rescuer, more architect. Less firefighter, more decision maker. Less emotional support, more standard setter. Less personal involvement, more business structure. That is destruction used properly, not collapse. Upgrade. But upgrades are painful when your ego is attached to the old version. The sixth area to inspect is legacy systems. Legacy systems are dangerous because they feel familiar. Old spreadsheets, old SOPs, old CRM habits, old reporting formats, old approval processes, old pricing rules, old client categories, old meeting rhythms, old vendor arrangements, old fulfillment processes, old assumptions. They stay because nobody questions them. They stay because they used to work. They stay because changing them feels troublesome. They stay because this is how we do things here. That sentence is how businesses become obsolete. If the system is old but still useful, keep it. If the system is old and quietly draining time, destroy it. Do not worship tradition inside your operations. Some of you are losing money because the business is still running on decisions made when the company was half its size, half its complexity, and serving a different type of customer. August may expose that, and if you defend the old system, the market may punish the new business. Now, if you have snake in different parts of your chart, the expression may vary. If snake is in the year pillar, destruction may show through public network, outer market, industry circle, audience perception, community, or broader reputation. You may need to remodel how the outside world sees you, your positioning, your brand story, your public content, your community strategy, your visibility angle. If snake is in the month pillar, pay attention. For founders, this may affect work, career, business model, staff structure, operating terrain, client activity, and professional identity. This is not a small signal. This is where you review the business machine itself, how money enters, how work gets done, how teams are structured, how offers are sold, how the founder leads. If snake is in the day branch, look at close partnerships, co-founder dynamics, spouse influence, inner emotional stability, and one-to-one business relationships. A personal relationship issue may be affecting business decisions more than you want to admit. And if you run a company, your private instability eventually becomes company instability. If snake is in the hour pillar, review future plans, products, subordinates, long-term projects, investments, digital assets, execution pipeline, and what you are building next. A future plan may need remodeling. A product may need to be killed. A junior team structure may need redesign. An investment may need review. But do not oversimplify. The full chart matters. The 10 God matters. The luck pillar matters. The business model matters. The actual problem matters. One founder may need to restructure operations. Another may need to redesign offers. Another may need to change leadership style. Another may need to cut dead products. Another may need to remodel the Telegram funnel. Another may need to remove an outdated staff arrangement. That is why generic Zodiac content is dangerous. It gives everyone one warning and no strategy. A real business reading asks where the destruction lands and what must be remodeled before the cost grows. Now here is your snake destruction audit for August. Question 1. What keeps breaking repeatedly? Sales follow-up? Client onboarding, delivery timeline, staff accountability, payment collection, content conversion, Telegram engagement, founder decision making? If it repeats, it is not random. It is a system asking to be destroyed. Question 2. Which offer is still alive only because I am emotionally attached to it? The market may already be done. You may be the last person holding the funeral flowers. Question 3. Which process was built for an older version of the business? Old reporting, old pricing, old team roles, old client journey, old content strategy, old fulfillment, old decision rights. If the business has changed but the process has not, friction is guaranteed. Question 4. Which staff role needs to be reshuffled before September? Not because the person is bad, because the battlefield has changed. Question 5. Where am I using "this is how we do things" as an excuse to avoid rebuilding? That sentence is dangerous. It sounds stable. It may actually be decay. Question 6. What must be destroyed so the next stage can breathe? Be honest. A product, workflow, partnership habit, a pricing rule, meeting, role, founder identity, a delivery promise, client type, a content angle. Something old is taking up space. And if you refuse to destroy it, you may keep starving the future to protect the past. Now let's make this painful. If August activates snake destruction and you ignore it, the cost may not show up immediately. That is why founders underestimate it. The process issue feels manageable. The weak offer still sells sometimes. The team confusion is annoying but survivable. The founder bottleneck feels normal. The client onboarding mess feels like just this project. The old system still works enough to avoid urgent change. That is the trap. Works enough is how businesses decay quietly. Not broken enough to fix, not strong enough to scale, just alive enough to drain you. Then one day, the cost becomes obvious. A good staff member leaves because the system is frustrating. A client complains because onboarding failed. A sales opportunity disappears because follow-up was weak. A product loses demand because the offer was not refreshed. A competitor overtakes you because they moved cleaner. Cash flow tightens because delivery cost was hidden. The founder burns out because every decision still depends on them. And then you say, I should have fixed this earlier. Yes, you should have. That is the whole warning. Destruction gives you the chance to remodel before consequence arrives. But if you insist on protecting the old system, destruction becomes more painful. Not because the month is cruel, because the old structure is no longer strong enough to hold the business. This is where Telegram matters. YouTube gives you the public warning. Telegram is where the sharper founder questions happen. Inside Telegram, you can ask how August destruction may apply to your business context. Is it your offer, your staff structure, your onboarding, your sales script, your Telegram funnel, your founder role, your systems, your partnership structure, your future plan? You can see how other founders think through the same pressure. You can catch the warning before the market turns it into a bill. And when private BODZ business consultation slots open, Telegram usually knows first. Do not be the person who watches this, nods, and continues protecting the outdated system. That is not learning. That is delayed regret. If Snake is active in your chart and your business already feels heavy, repetitive, outdated, messy, or too dependent on you, do not wait. August may be telling you exactly what needs to be remodeled. And if you ignore it, the market may remodel it for you, usually with less kindness. Use August properly. Rebuild the sales script, simplify the offer, remove dead products, redesign onboarding, clarify staff roles, cut useless meetings, automate repeated tasks, update legacy systems, stop over-customizing, fix the Telegram path, create the consultation funnel, change the founder role, destroy the old structure before it destroys your next stage. Subscribe to this channel because the next videos in this August series will go deeper into pick harm, shifting palace hiring, death and emptiness in digital business, indirect wealth deals, metal cash flow discipline, team role audits, and your personal August execution profile. Join the Telegram channel. Do not stand outside while serious founders are asking sharper questions inside. And if you have Snake in your BODZ chart, book a private BODZ business consultation before a destruction signal becomes a business repair bill. Because August may not be here to destroy your business. It may be here to destroy the outdated system that is quietly suffocating. But if you refuse to remodel, the market will not ask for permission. It will remodel you. Best time to post on YouTube. Post this as video 3 on Thursday, August 13th, 2026 at 8 p.m. Singapore time. This works well because video 2 goes live on Tuesday, August 11th, 2026. So video 3 continues the pressure 2 days later, while the August series is still fresh. Thursday evening also gives founder viewers time to watch after work and keeps momentum before the weekend. For the YouTube community teaser, post earlier the same day, Thursday, August 13th, 2026 at 12:15 p.m. Singapore time. Suggested teaser? If August creates destruction in your chart, stop protecting the old system, that old offer, that old workflow, that old onboarding process, that old staff arrangement, that old sales script, that old founder role. Destruction is not always disaster. Sometimes it is remodeling. But if you refuse to remodel, the market may do it for you through client loss, staff frustration, cash flow pressure, operational chaos, or one very expensive sentence: I should have fixed this earlier. Tonight's video is not a fear forecast. It is a restructuring warning. Video goes live tonight at 8 p.m. Singapore time. Join the Telegram channel before the old system becomes your next business repair bill.